I give you a 9.
He can't be with me.
I'm Casey Armstrong from Swing Shift. We're going to go after the retarded, the intoxicated, the violent, the silly, and that's just me, the host. Come take a ride with us. Let's go. I'm here with Kevin, the bartender here in Los Angeles. Kevin, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing beautiful, man. Drinking in a limo could be worse.
That's right.
When's the last time that you had a relationship?
About 10 years ago. No, I'm just kidding. About a year and a half ago.
How long was that? Did it last?
2 years.
And why did it end?
Because she was psycho. I'm more of an ass man. I don't like the ghetto booty, but I don't really like the flat butts. I like a nice, in between. Like 2 fine hams shoved down the back of a lady's pants. Want to touch it?
I have 2 more friends that we met right outside the Beanery. Carlos and Carlo. And Shayna.
It was. I swear to God, it was just a New Year's kiss. Actually, it wasn't even close to midnight.
No,
it was.
like 9.
It was just like 9, 10,
Yeah.
and it was just
Early.
like I came up on the rooftop and Shayna was like, "Oh my God, Carlo!" And like boom, like it was because I was just there.
I'm pretty sure I was making out with another girl at the same time.
Now we're talking. You invited him in. Were you naked?
Of course.
Well, you make out.
Tell the truth.
Things happen.
When you make out, you're obviously naked. That's like the first thing that happens. Absolutely not. That
was-
doesn't happen in real life.
Did you ever drink a lot and get whiskey dick?
Yes, it sucks.
It's horrible.
It's the worst thing ever, right? Like
Did you ever be with somebody who has whiskey dick?
Several times.
So what did you say when the guy's like he couldn't do it?
Wow, that sucks.
And what did he say?
Sorry.
I just say like, "Give me a minute, give me a minute, hold on, give me a minute, hold on." There it is.
Wait.
no.
That never. Okay, first of all, never happens. Give me a minute. No.
it does.
You need more
Maybe
like
the guys
45 minutes to
Hey,
sober
hold on,
your
hold
ass
on.
up and then get back into the game.
I don't need 40.
Never
I need
happens.
2 minutes. I'm good. 2 minutes. I'm good.
2 minutes? No, I'm sorry. No matter how hard you blow, it doesn't happen with whiskey dick. You can blow as hard as you want, and it's still not gonna happen.
Every guy's been through it.
Please,
Every guy's
don't
been
lie.
through it. Guys, don't lie. Every guy's been through it. I, the kid, have had a whiskey dick, and it sucks.
How many men have you been with that have whiskey dick?
6.
6 whiskey dicks?
I'm like really throwing that number out. I don't know actually if that exists.
That's bad. That's a lot of whiskey dick.
I've been with a lot of guys.
You've been with a lot of guys. I got you.
No, I've been with a lot of guys that drink.
That's half dozen whiskey cocks.
Not that much.
That's a lot of cock. Not,
It is a lot of cock, and it was excellent.
nice.
My
Ding.
roommate just got a sex swing. Swings? I mean, first of all, when you're a kid, they're absolutely fun. And when you add sex into it, it's like a whole different story.
Sex swing shift. Nice. I'm here with my friend Eric. Where do you play?
Play in front of Barney's Beanery. I play about 4 hours. Start at 9:40. I stop at closing, which would be about 1:30. Sometimes the funny thing is when it's like really busy, sometimes I'll make $40. When it's really slow, sometimes I'll make $50. You know, I walked out of here with 155. That's my best night. This is just what I'm doing because where else could I like make money and play music? At the swing show. At the swing show. At the swing show.
Yeah, the swing shift, baby. Come on, give it up for the swing shift. Nice.
Whee! All right, everybody. Hey, welcome. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad that you're here. Man, I got a great guest for you tonight. But everyone, first, you know what happens. Everybody, that man's name is Coach. He's usually my co-host. But tonight, I'm sorry, Coach, I got to say it. I got a better co-host. But everyone, welcome Coach, please. Let's go. Welcome, Coach. You guys know I do nothing until I welcome Coach. Okay. Coach is a lush. Yep, I know he is. Thank you. Yep. Dom. Hey, Dom. Chris. Hey, what's up? Guys, welcome. Everybody, welcome, Coach. Thank you very much. Guys, tonight. Dom, come on. Will you be respectful, please? Tonight, I'm very blessed because I have an amazing person that is going to be my co-host. Let me tell you a little bit about my friend, Miss Capriana. Cap, for short. We call her Cap. Miss Capriana was one of the best interviewers that we've ever had at WMAP. She worked with Kelly. Brendan was, but Kelly and Cap, they took it to another level. They were so good. I even dedicated a second book to them, Simply Amazing Women, because they were so good at what they did and they had such a passion. So it's definitely no surprise that when Cap left, she went out to LA, and we're gonna get to hear about everything that she got into. But it's no big surprise that she got to go on and do these amazing things and meet these amazing people. I believe that she's done stunts and shit now. This is an incredible lady, and I'm glad that I can call her my friend. But she's done some really cool things, and she's living life. I'm so proud of her. So, guys, tonight I would like to introduce you to my co-host. Guys, this is Miss Capriana.
Hey,
Miss
Casey,
Cap.
what's going on? The man, the myth, the legend.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing so good over here in Hollywood. How's life in New York?
Well, I'm not living the life that you are. You've done so much stuff. It's so cool. So you're out there in LA. You're a Long Island girl. Just you grew up just like around where I grew up here in Long Island.
Absolutely.
And first of all, what made you go out there? I mean, what was?
It's honestly like such a crazy story. You know me, I'm spontaneous. I do things just on the hat. It was 2020 COVID. Nothing was going on in New York. Everything was shut down. Even the gyms were shut down. I mean, everything was just at a standstill. And I just decided, it was like 2:00 in the morning, end of May, 2020. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, life feels so stagnant. There's nothing going on. What can I do to make myself feel alive again? You know, it was like a rut that I was in. And I'm sure,
Yeah.
you know, I can't speak for everybody, but, you know, a lot of people were feeling that way.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I thought to myself, I'm like, what would just happen if I move? Like, what happens if I just put my shit in the back of a car, I these cross country, and just see where the wind blows? So I woke up the next morning at like 8 a.m., called my mom. I was like, hey, Mom, you know, I think I'm going to move to LA next week. And she's like, what are you in your fucking mind? So, I mean, now I'm here. I'm living in Hollywood. It's been 3.5 years. It's been one of the most crazy whirlwinds of experiences that I could have ever possibly dreamed of. I mean, it's crazy, the life that I manifested, but also created for myself. You know, it's just, I feel truly so grateful for, you know, everything that's come into my path.
Wow, Cap, it's so cool, and it makes me feel so awesome because I can say I knew you when you were at my little shitty station and you were doing great interviews and you surpassed all. Oh, there's a book up there. Yeah, I was just telling people I dedicated that book to you and Kelly and all.
Here.
Yeah, I miss all but yeah. So many things I got to ask you, and all these people that you're going to meet here. It's kind of like a little family here. What we're called is this Dabbleverse. Okay, Cap, the Dabbleverse is mostly men, and
It's
it's
a men's world.
yeah, but it's a lot of these people are fans of you don't even I don't even know if you know who the guy is, but I used to work for this guy named Howard Stern.
Mm.
I don't even think you were born yet, but there are people that used to listen to him and they like to kind of hear what people that were on the show are doing, and you know they're like if I don't know what was your favorite TV show growing up?
What was my? You want to know what my favorite TV show was? Jerry Springer.
Nice.
I remember
Beautiful.
being like 6 years old. My grandma had one of those like tune dial like TVs, and we would just
13
watch
channels, yeah.
Jerry Springer. I swear to God.
That's awesome. It's an honest answer. Thank you for that. That's beautiful. So, yeah, so a lot of people are in that same kind of boat. So, take me back. Now, you get out there,
Yeah.
and I know a whole bunch of stuff that you've been doing. First of all, I'm just going to just say it out there. We'll get to it, but Miss Cap worked and knows so many people that you know, like Jake Paul. We'll get to that. But what's the first job that you take when you go out there, and how did you get it?
You said what's the first job that I took?
Yeah, the first job, when you got situated. What did you start doing first?
This is going to be the craziest story. Buckle up. So I moved here. I moved to Hollywood June 2020. And I moved here without a purpose, really, without even having an apartment. I found some girl on Facebook Marketplace, and she told me that her roommate was renting a room for like 3 weeks. So I was like, yeah, like, fuck it. You know, I might as well just move there, rent a room, and then figure it out as I go. So then I moved here, had no idea what was really going to be in store for me.
So you didn't know anybody?
I didn't know a single person. I did not know a single person. I didn't even know like what was going to be in store for me, how I was going to make friends during a pandemic, because I mean, I left the pandemic in New York, but it was still a pandemic in LA, you know? So, I mean, the uncertainty was crazy. But like, I live for that adrenaline rush. Nothing makes me feel more alive than like the unknown, spontaneity, you know? So I moved here June 2020, didn't know anybody. And then, it's crazy. I got Bumble, but I didn't get Bumble for the reason to like have a relationship. I got Bumble friends. Ended up meeting one of my friends on Bumble Friends who introduced me to a group of people. And this was end of June. So I was probably living here for maybe like 2 weeks at most. It's crazy the way the world works, but I mean, it's unreal. So I ended up living here 2-3 weeks, sure. And I was introduced to a couple friends, and I told them, I was like, yeah, you know, like I worked at a radio station back home, WMAP radio. You know, I've always been working in entertainment, you know, whether it was like auditions or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I was telling them, I'm like, yeah, like, you know.
And you a fitness model too? You did that? You did all that stuff?
A little bit. I mean, auditioned for Sports Illustrated, but I mean, well, yeah, didn't get anywhere. But, you know, so I ended up, you know, meeting these people, and I told them, I'm like, yeah, you know, like I want to do music videos. I want to see like if I can, you know, get my feet wet in the water, you know, in the entertainment industry in LA, because entertainment industries in LA compared to New York, two total.
Oh my God, yeah, totally. Yeah,
it's crazy. So I ended up moving here, met those people, and I talked to this person. I was like, yeah, you know, I want to do a music video shoot. And this guy, he was like, yeah, you know, like if I ever hear anything, you know, I do modeling and I'm a part of like casting networks. If I ever hear anything, you know, I'll keep you in mind. Next day. Hey, Jake Paul's doing a music video shoot. Would you want to come be a background extra?
Nice.
And I'm like, I've been living here for a month tops. And now all of a sudden, I'm going to be like going to a music video shoot during COVID for Jake Paul. I mean, like it's mind blowing, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I ended up going to the music video shoot. Jake had us all meet in like a Vaughn's. It's like a Stop and Shop type parking lot.
Yeah.
Van Team 10 van came, picked us all up, brought us to his Team 10 like house in Calabasas.
Were they all girls or girls and guys too?
Girls, guys.
Everybody. Okay.
Yeah, girls and guys.
So he put you on a bus. You meet at Vaughn's, and he put you on a bus, and then you go out to this house. What was the house like?
I mean, it's a compound. You know, you go through the gates, you show up there, you see he's got like this. Most people have like when you have a big like expensive house. When you have a long driveway, you pull into the driveway, the house is right there, but then you have like a waterfall, like a big waterfall, a centerpiece or something. He's got it's like a 2-story tall Rubik's Cube. Like the size of the house in the middle of the driveway. It's crazy.
So it's beautiful. So this is his house. He's bringing people to his house. Okay.
Which was unexpected because I didn't think that we would be shooting a music video at his house. I wouldn't think that he would want a bunch of strangers at his house,
Right, right.
Which is it's still so mind-blowing just how everything worked out. So I ended up doing the music video shoot. I'm the background extra as a paparazzi, foreshadowing for the story that I'm going to tell. I'm a background extra as a paparazzi in his music video. I think I want to say it's called 23, which was really cool because it ended up playing in Times Square on all the billboards. So I had people from back home, while living here, sending me pictures and videos of me
on my God,
individual billboards in Times Square. I mean, it was just such
how cool is that?
Such a rush. It's such a freaking rush.
Oh, that's awesome, Cap. That's totally cool. So was he a nice? What would you say about him? I mean, he must have hit on you. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people have asked like what he's like in person. But I think like the way he portrays himself online is not. It's like an internet persona.
Yeah.
He is such a genuine, kind human being that actually cares about his friends. Yeah, like I can understand, in Hollywood, if somebody is famous or well known and they come off as standoffish to
he comes across as a kind of an abrasive guy from people who don't know him.
Absolutely. And I never understood like why celebrities would come off that way. Like maybe they've changed because of Hollywood, like sold their soul to the devil. Yeah. But he's such a when you're in his world, when you're in his fam, when you're like in his house, you're in his friends group. I mean, he treats you with so much respect. Like, I don't want to like jump past things, but when I started working for him, I didn't have a lot of money. I kind of just threw myself in my car, drove cross country, and I didn't really have a plan. So when I first started working for him, he was like, "Hey, what's your PayPal? Let me send you some money so you won't have to worry about bills."
Ah, that's a nice guy.
I mean, you can't.
I gotta tell you that as much as people want to shit on him and people want to say bad things, I gotta tell you that the guy is a true athlete. The guy is very competitive.
Absolutely.
In what he's done athletically, and that's a very hard thing. The people that he's gone up against, I gotta give him the respect. The guy's a great athlete.
He is. And, like a lot of people say like, oh, he was a YouTuber. Like he made these videos. Like,
yeah, until you get in the ring with him, then you might think something different.
But the thing is like, they didn't see him at 9:00 at night. Like when I'd be over his house, just like editing videos, and him and his coach are in the kitchen and they're talking about what moves he's got to do and how, like what he's got to eat and like, all that. So people don't see the behind the scenes. They just.
So he was real dedicated. You saw dedication with him.
The most dedicated person I've probably ever met in my life. He's a mastermind with business, and it's such a crazy different world that he started off on YouTube and now he's pro boxer. But I mean, the guy's serious about what he puts his mind to. It's a beautiful thing.
That's pretty much apparent. And how about his brother? You run into his brother at all?
Yeah, I mean, I met Logan once. I couldn't really say much. Just met him in passing at a party at his house. I think it was like a Halloween party or something. So
all right.
Yeah.
So what did you end up doing for him? Like how did you get the job doing? Tell us.
Crazy. So after the music video shoot went on, I was talking to Jake, you know, when everybody was like loading onto the Team 10 bus to bring us back to like the supermarket to pick up our cars. So I was talking to Jake, I was talking to a couple people on Team 10, and you know, I told them, I was like, yeah, you know, like I worked at a radio station back home, like, you know, just really like hyping myself up. And they said to me, like, oh yeah, you know, there's a party coming up this weekend. Why don't you come to the party? And I think they were like trying to feel me out to see about this business proposition that they had in mind for me. Right. So I ended up going to a party that weekend for his friend. Jake was there. We all played beer pong. It was such a cool experience. And like great, just genuine, like cool people, like just good people. You know what I mean? And I was there, and I forgot if it was Jake or if it was someone else from Team 10, or maybe it was like the both of them. But I had him tell me that he had a business proposition for me. I'm looking at all these comments right now.
Yeah. People. You got a bunch of people telling me they want to say something. Huh?
But yeah, you know, so he ended up coming up to me and he was like, hey, you know, like, I know you did the radio station back home. Like, you know, you would audition for Broadway and whatnot. You know, I have a business proposition. So would you want to come to my house and like, let's all sit at the table and let's talk about it. And in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck does he have a business proposition with me? Like I drove.
I'm gonna say, Cap, you're a smart girl from Long Island. I know, you know that you know what's up. So I want to know how this goes.
So I was driving a 2010 Kia Forte. I drove from New York to California. I had no idea which way was up. And this guy that everybody knows wants to have a business proposition with me. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's this going on? So we end up having like a little family meeting. Tana, Mojo, his like ex, everybody on Team 10, they were all there. And we all sat at one of his big tables. It's kind of like the table from like the Last Supper. And they came up with this idea. Jake came up with this idea because he's just brilliant in every different aspect of making money. It's crazy. And he was basically like, why are these paparazzi companies like TMZ, Hollywood Fix, I don't even want to say their names. Why are they making money on videos of him when he can own a paparazzi company and make videos and money off himself? So he wanted to create this company, be the money behind it, but didn't want anybody to know that he was the one that owns the company. So are you following along?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he created this company. We were all sitting at the table and we came up with the idea for the name of the company to be No Comment. Like, you know, like when a celebrity is like giving an interview and they're like, no comment.
No comment.
That's us.
Yeah.
So we came up with this idea called No Comment. And the whole catch was, now I was hanging out with Jake for like a week now at that time. And, you know, people saw that I was hanging out with him on social media. It's crazy. You know, I posted on my story that I was at his house. And then now I'm getting like, I heart Jake Paul, Jake Paul lover 1, 2, 3, 4 in my messages saying like, are you Jake's new girlfriend? Like, like, and I'm telling you, it was like dozens of messages because they even said to me, they're like, all of his friends followed you at the same time. You must be like the blonde girl that was in that video that they posted. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I know who he's dating. And I'm like, thank you for thinking that I look like Julia Rose, because I definitely don't. But at the time it wasn't public. So yeah, I mean, it was just, it was crazy. So, you know, I ended up working and doing the fake paparazzi company for Jake. It's crazy. But the whole thing was, back to piggybacking off what I said. So, you know, everybody that is fans of Jake Paul knew who I was now. You know, if I was doing an interview with Jake and then we posted it on the No Comment YouTube page, people would be like, she was just over his house. She just posted a video of her playing with his dogs, you know? So he thought, since everybody already knows that I'm affiliated with him, how can we make it secretive? So He bought me a pair of like these crazy limited edition, like the whole outfit that I had to wear was like crazy dripped out, like off-white, like Gucci type outfits. And the whole premise of the fake paparazzi thing was I had to wear this mask completely over my head. So you couldn't even see what I looked like. Also, I had a pink wig. So I had a pink wig on with one of these 3 masks that I would have over my head, and no one knew what I looked like. So Jake would text me and he would be like, hey, like I'm showing up to the Burbank airport at like JetX. I think that's what it's called. And then, you know, XYZ, ask me XYZ. So he would send me a whole like itinerary of just like, you know, bullet points, questions and things for me to ask him. So it's crazy. If you look at the YouTube videos, they have like 1 million views and all the comments are like, oh my God, like it seems like they're friends. Like they get along so well. Like, why is he so nice to this paparazzi, but he's an asshole to like everybody else? And it's funny because like I would read these comments and like people don't like, no one knew that like I was actually friends with him at the time. He was
Yeah.
you know, and it was such a crazy experience. Also, you know, the way that paparazzi companies work is, did you know that like restaurants get paid off?
If they know someone's coming, they'll let you know and give you a tip off so that people can make the money off the picture. Is that what I'm?
Oh yeah,
accurate.
They would get paid, like these restaurants get paid thousands. I don't want to speak on anybody's behalf, but
of course.
Some paparazzi companies, big ones that people know, pay off restaurants and people and managers and stuff to let them text them and be like, hey, Elon Musk is going to be here at 7:45.
And that's another one I want to ask you about. I know you've had some, but for people that are listening, I know they're asking like, so is she Jake Paul's girlfriend? No, that didn't happen because that was all.
Yeah, no. I was never Jake's girlfriend. No, just he was just a business.
But people, people in the chat are asking, like,
Yeah. Absolutely.
People are loving you here. They got. Let's go. Hey, let's see what these people got to say here.
I mean, hey, it's such a crazy story. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into the. We got so much more to talk about here. You got Star Mountain. I'm Dean Steinberg. Last name translated to Australian and German. Always been here. Okay. All right. Thanks, Star Mountain. I appreciate that. All right. Run Diaz. Don't share this with Coach. He's a crumb creep. That's true. You are right. That is true. Let's go to. You see, I got to explain to you, Cap. What's happening here is that these people are so generous and kind. They are paying us to read these questions to you. So when you see the name and that's a $5 there, people will pay for me to or for you to answer these questions. So that's why these I have to answer.
Gotcha.
The chat ones. Basically, they're cutting the line. They're getting in front of like the chatters, which we love when people make questions on the chat. But these people I have to read. It's I've been doing this for 5 months, so I'm still learning, but I do have to do this. Okay, so Run DS is
wild. Y'all are wild. Holy shit.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people want to ask you shit. So don't share this with Coach. He's a crumb creep. Everyone knows that. That's true. He's a crumb creep. Dom DeLuise, you want to read this one, Cap?
Which one? Don't.
Can you read that?
Is it the don't say you live in LA?
Yeah.
Don't say you live in LA. A certain former celebrity with an alcohol problem and a penchant for soiling bed sheets will start talking to you. Ask Casey who. Who's he talking about?
He's talking about a guy I used to work with. Yeah, Dom DeLuise, you're a funny motherfucker.
Yeah, Dom, you're an MVP.
But she doesn't know that, Dom. Come on, man. I guess you're just warning her. Okay. Oh, come on. Dom, stop it. Does she prefer a cut or an uncut man? You don't have to answer that.
What kind of cut?
I'll answer it. I like a cut.
What are we talking about down below?
He's talking about anteaters are circumcised or uncircumcised man.
Oh, I thought we were talking about if we mow the lawn.
she's
Oh my
she's just too fucking nice, Dom. You can't go that way with her. She's too kind. He's talking about if someone is circumcised or not. I've never been with an uncircumcised man, so I can't comment on this. So let's go. Let's move on.
No comment.
No comment. There we go. That's a callback. You want to Michael Diana.
Has she ever dated anyone that pooped in the bed?
Ah, come on.
Well, what am I dating?
Come on, guys.
You're old. Oh,
come
man.
on. Let's. Oh God. All right, I'll read this one and don't answer it because you don't know. Dom wants to know who's got the bigger hog, Jake or Logan Paul. My guess would be the older brother, but nobody knows, and you're not going to get any information here, Dom. But it's a good question. Michael.
Oh God.
Oh, come on. No, stop. We're not doing that. Sorry, Cap. All right, so let's go back.
Okay.
Let's go back to
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Oh my God.
Guy is a genius.
Mhm.
How do you end up somehow in his world? And talk to me about it.
Yeah. I mean, so I've met like a number of people, Elon probably being the most profound.
Guy's a genius.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, it's like a love-hate relationship with him. So many people fucking hate the guy. But I mean,
that's
like,
all politics, though. Yeah.
But you gotta say the guy is brilliant. Yeah, I mean, you don't see a regular Joe Schmo making rockets, but then also making an electric vehicle. You know, it's unreal. But I mean, I've met a number of people. I've met rappers. But
what about Elon Musk? How did you meet him? Where did you?
Yeah. So basically, you know, Jake he was paying off restaurants and people to text me and let me know who would be on the lists for like clubs or like restaurants or whatnot.
Wow.
So I got a text from a restaurant manager, and he told me that Elon was going to be there. I forget what time. It was like 7 o'clock. So I showed up wearing a pink wig. You cannot see me. Like, I'm wearing this fucking thing. And I have a microphone, I have a camera, and I'm there. I mean, being a paparazzi, like, I'm going to tell you, I don't care about celebrity politics. Like, I don't care about celebrities. I don't give a shit what tank top Kim Kardashian's wearing. Okay. Like, I'll never be that person. I don't follow the Kylie Jenner or like, I just don't, you know, I don't get starstruck. That's not.
But you're there to do a job, right? Because it depends on what you get done to get your payday.
Absolutely. And that's exactly the way that I saw it, you know, and I looked at it as a business opportunity. I mean, how many people
why wouldn't you?
Call, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, I got texted saying that Elon Musk was going to be at this restaurant at a specific time. And I guess everybody else got the text too. It was like a swarm of paparazzi, like what you see in movies. I mean, like camera clicks. It was wild. I mean, like
make you blind.
Yeah, we're talking like 20, 30 people pushing, shoving, people falling on the ground, camera equipment flying up in the air. I mean, it was wild. I could barely even get a question. I think I spoke to him about the only thing that he answered was my cousin is actually like an astrophysicist. Or he's going to school for that, and he wants to work for NASA, and he wants to work for SpaceX and all that. So the only question, I spewed out so many questions to him, but the only one that he answered was, what kind of advice would you give someone that wants to become a successful astrophysicist? And I forget what his like answer was. But you know, like I don't get starstruck. I've met.
Yeah. Well, you can't with what you're doing. You're doing a job.
But I know, but like, you know, sometimes like a lot of people, like they would, like if they met someone big, they'd be like, oh my God. But you
Yeah.
know, but at the end of the day, like it's crazy. I met so many people doing that job, but meeting him when I got in my car, it's crazy. So doing this job, I had a personal driver. So I was not driving to these things. I had somebody driving a nice car, personal driver, and every time I got a text that there would be celebrity at this place, a celebrity at that place, Jake would send me an address to Charlie D'Amelio's like house party that was being
What a
thrown
cool
during
job.
COVID.
Shit.
You
I
know,
would
so
love to fucking do a job like that.
yeah,
God damn.
I mean,
How?
it was
I mean, something different every night.
something different every night. But I had a personal driver that I would just get in the car, go. And we would show up to these house parties where I know that celebrities are having like illegal, like 2020 COVID parties and whatnot, trying to expose them. But, you know, like after speaking to Elon Musk, I got in the car and I took a second and like, I just remember having like, people are probably going to rag on me for this, but I just remember having like a single tear that like went down my face. And I was like, I just met somebody that is really trying to change the fucking world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like, once I had that, like that feeling, like it was like all uphill from there. I'm like, I was high on life. I'm like, let's fucking go. And it's wild from there. You know, I met like Jennifer Lopez, Post Malone, I mean a bunch of other rappers, chain
So
smokers.
you're out there and you're just
Yeah.
you know, meeting these people that are in the limelight.
Yeah.
Have they all been kind to you? Because you're I know where you're from. I know you. I know your character, and is it at times is it too different from where you come from? Because where you come from, you take people at their action.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what they are. You don't give a shit what they are. You take them for how they treat you and how they treat people.
Mm-hmm.
Has that ever been in compromise? Being in that atmosphere, I guess I want to ask you.
Every day. Yeah, every day. I mean, like, would I move back to New York? I mean, if I had an incredible business opportunity, I would consider it for sure. But I think like everything that is in my life right now, I mean, it's not even just like career wise, but I mean, like just everything about California, just like you have the beach, you have the mountains, all that. Like, it's just so amazing that I wouldn't want to move. But when it comes to the people, like you're saying, it's different. It's been an adjustment. I realized when I was working for Jake and people knew that I was working for Jake, it felt like people were trying to be like, I think it's so easy to detect. Maybe it's just because I have like that New York wit or something. But, you know, I was able to see that people were just trying to be friends with me just to see how can me being friends with her like benefit me.
Yeah, well, this Devilverse isn't much different.
Yeah, I mean, but
it's all high school.
I'm not even reading these comments. Every time I try to read the comments, it's just
Don't.
Thought.
They're busting balls, and most of the time they're funny. But a lot of times there are a couple that will be mean in there. But you know, is it hard to kind of lose yourself being out there with all these opportunities and these things that people dream of, and a way of life that most people never get to experience? What do you think? What do you think about when I say that?
I mean, it's definitely very easy to lose yourself when you're hanging out with, you know, these types of people, when you're in that certain social crowd. You know, like Jake was a very kind individual. You know, both the Paul brothers were, you know, great people.
They were. You're saying that they were nice people. Like, not look. Everyone knows that you're a 12. Yeah. You're gorgeous. But if you weren't, would they be nice to you too?
I mean, they're nice to the people that are in their inner friend circle. If they can trust you, then they're nice. But I mean, I think that's Hollywood though, like you're not going to see like a celebrity being friends with someone that's off the street because like, is that person friends with you because they like you as a person, or is it because that you
I
can
guess
get
it goes both ways, I guess.
Yeah. But piggybacking to what you asked though, what's a good way that I can put it? It's the people that surround themselves around these celebrities or like these TikTokers that kind of make me feel like I could get lost in that type of world. It felt like at times, I mean, it still does, I'll be at a place in the Hollywood Hills with, some important people, I guess you can say.
Some billionaire, you're at some party or up there, and
I mean, it's like that's like a weekly thing. There's like weekly events going on in the hills, or just events for celebrities.
And it's not where you came from here on Long Island. That never happened here. But all of a sudden, you're out there, and now everybody wants you to go and be whatever. It's got to be almost like a culture shock.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely felt like I was thrown into it because, when I moved here, I wasn't expecting to even make any friends.
You decided it overnight. You go, Mom, I'm leaving.
I know, but like when I moved here, I'm like, okay, like I'm going there and I don't know anybody. Who would have thought that my first friend would be Jake Paul? Like,
right.
Business partner, it's just it's a crazy thing, but it's definitely easy to get lost in that. At times I felt myself just slipping into that, talking differently. And when I would get in my car, I would feel like I was like taking a mask off,
Wow.
And this was when I first moved here. I felt like I was like kind of losing myself in that aspect. But now I think, I'm a little older now, I'm matured, and now I've been in this environment for some time now. That I'm able to just kind of disconnect from that. And now I don't get like that anymore.
Okay.
I'm fully myself. I'm a straight shooter. I say what's my mind, but in a respectful way.
That's the Cap I know. Yeah. That's the girl I know. Yeah.
But like from New York, like if you got something on your face, I'm gonna be like, yo, girl, you got some stuff on your face. But but here,
you got sauce on your face. You look like an asshole.
Yeah, but like, I mean, here, if someone's got a booger in their nose, they'd be like, "Oh my God, do you see that girl? Like, she's got a booger." It's two total different worlds. So once you realize like how you're able to like adjust and just be in that, it's definitely it's become a lot easier. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, but love it.
Cap, so are you down there in LA? I know you were in Orange County. Bring me back, because it brings back so much stuff to me. I love to hear it. Like where you living, where you spending time?
Yeah, I'm in Hollywood right now. I think there's
now you're in Hollywood. Well, like Studio City? Are you near Sunset? Where are you?
I right by Sunset. Yeah.
Oh, you're right on the strip there.
Sunset Boulevard.
You're right by the comedy the comedy
the comedy store.
Yep. And then you get the Laugh Factory up there, and then you get the Melrose Improv. Man, you bring me back, because that's it's a part of my life that it's very sentimental, because I look back and I know that as a young man, that's what I did, and those days are over. But it was a fun time, kind of like what you're doing now. You're having all these experiences, and you're doing all these things, and to a lesser degree, as a comic, I was doing kind of the same thing. So I'm kind of living through you, buddy.
I mean, it's definitely, it's always new. There's always something new and exciting going on. But it can be like there's always something new and exciting going on. So it's hard to just focus at times, because there's so many things going on all at once. So I mean, yeah, the Laugh Factory is one of my favorite places to go.
Oh, you go over there. Is Jamie still alive? I don't know. Like, Jamie is the owner. Is he still alive? I don't even know.
I don't know. Yeah, they've got some people there.
But Cap, let's go back to some people that got asked questions here.
Let's do it.
I hope you guys are. I hope you guys are going to be respectful. I can probably guarantee that they won't be.
Let's
But
see.
this is just a. We're all goofing off here. Here we go. Funeral director, that's my buddy. I like him. Tell her about SJ. Her opinion would be cool. All right. 143. Do you know what 143 means?
I think it means I love you, right?
You knew that.
Right?
Wow. I didn't know that. But yeah.
Coming on
That's pretty cool that you knew that. How'd you know that?
from like AOL Instant Messenger days.
Wow. I didn't know that. Jesus Christ. Well, funeral director says, tell her about Stuttering John. There's this guy that this whole thing was kind of created about, where he was a celebrity back in the day, and we're watching him self-destruct because he still thinks he's a celebrity, and he still wants to be treated as if he was a celebrity. And he just uses people, and he's mean, and he's become a laughing stock. So the people that you're seeing out there in LA, the people that are the has-beens, I'm sure that you see them and they still think that they're relevant. Do you ever run into somebody like that?
I mean, unfortunately, it's just pretty much like all the TikTok kids. I live next to this thing. I mean, I'm not going to say where I live, but we call it the TikTok apartments because these people, they have Range Rovers. This one kid has a
Oh my God.
This one kid has a Rolls Royce that pulls out of the garage, but they all look like they're like 17 years old.
Are you fucking kidding me? And they made their money doing fucking TikTok?
Swear to God, on my grandma's grave. Yeah. So I mean, I can't even give an opinion about that because I feel like
you just did. You just did. You just told. This is what happens.
Yeah, by nothing but like these people now. So I mean, but TikTok is like such a crazy thing. People are getting famous just for being famous.
It's here and then it's gone the next day, right?
What, TikTok?
No, I mean like the people are famous from a couple videos here and there.
It could be.
And then they're gone. And then what do? They're used to look at the Island Boys. I know I'm going back years ago, but like I know it's like before
Island Boy. Right?
Yep.
Oh
but do you know where they are now? Do you know where they are now? It's got to be hard to have the millions and millions and to have all the fans, and then in a second have it all taken away from you.
I saw some crazy ass video. I don't even know who these guys are. This came up like months ago, and I saw a video that the two Island Boys kissed. That they both kissed each other.
No way.
They're fucking brothers, and they just like, oh.
Oh my God! See, that is exactly.
I watched that video. I'm like, what the fuck?
Cap,
who kissed their brother?
Cap, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Like they would go to that extent to get that fame back. My God, so sad.
Exactly, to be relevant again. Oh my God, crazy to me. Crazy.
I didn't know that. We got guys. Remind me. We gotta watch that video. But
you gotta pull that video.
All right, here we go. You got more people. You got a lot of people want to talk to you. You got Edward Murphy says, huge fan, bro. Musk is one of the wonders of the world.
I cannot agree more. I could not agree more. He is such a genius in so many different ways. I mean, he created I think it's like the Falcon 9 rocket, and it has the boosters. It's the first rocket that's able to have boosters come off, but then perfectly land.
And they come back down, right?
Yeah. And it's making space travel possible for the future. He's also created that place that's in that's in Texas. It's the Star Base, I want to say, where he's creating like the first rocket that's going to go to Mars with people on it. I mean, it's such a brilliant individual. It's really mind-blowing the way his mind works.
Yeah, dude, I'm a huge fan of that guy. I love the fact that everything he did with Twitter, and he made such a huge difference. He took down some pretty corrupt people just by just sharing information. He's all about information. That guy is all about making people better, making society better.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a huge fan, and you're very lucky to have a relationship with that guy.
Mm-hmm. You know, I saw also like another thing. You know how much I love my music. I love my electronic dance music.
Yeah, EDM, whatever the hell that shit is you listen to. It's not metal, so me and you differ.
Oh yeah, electronic dance music. But there was a video. I want to say Elon Musk was in Tulum or somewhere, and he was standing on stage with this DJ called Rufus Du Sol, and he's like this on stage, like, and everybody's like, "Oh, he just popped a Tesla." Like ecstasy. It's just like this crazy. I love the guy even more after seeing that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I liked when I saw him. He was smoking pot with Rogan.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, the guy's a classic.
Yeah. Very bright guy, man. I wish I could be half as intelligent as that guy. All right, let's go. Dom DeLuise goes. Would you go on a date with Casey? He's single. Dom, no, we're friends. She worked at MAP, Dom.
Love you, Casey.
No, we're good friends, buddy. But thank you. I think you're trying to do something nice. Michael, Diana, how much to get her on the Sibian? Would you fucking quit it?
Should I know what that is?
No, you shouldn't.
Should I Google what that is?
If you do, don't blame me. He said it.
Is it what I'm thinking?
It's something that women used to ride the Sibian, and then let's just pretend we didn't see that. She's a classy girl, everybody. Come on, stop. Michael, Diana, when she's on a date, does the guy actually get to speak? Michael, you're being a dick. Fuck you. Stop
Hey, I'm the one that's being interviewed here. I mean, if it was the Capriana McMurray show, you would be the one that's speaking the entire time.
Well, why would you do that? Now you're just being a dick. So quit it. So you mean I'm gonna have to fucking read these before, so I don't put another one of these up like that? Here we go. Funeral director, that's my buddy. I wonder what you would think of Sir Rizzo. All right, let's see. Hey, Cap, I want you to watch something. Tell me what you think of this guy. And let me ask you, when you think of I never met your old man, I never met your brothers or anything, but a man that stands up to other men.
Sure.
Do you think that is an attractive thing? Is it a right thing, or should guys just let things go? Excuse me.
I don't let things go.
No, you don't.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if I'm the type of person that says something, and when something's not right, you want to know what I did today? I saw this guy was parked like such a dick. He was parked in front of my driveway.
He was parked like a dick.
Yeah, he was parked like such a dick. And he was parked in front of my driveway. So I had to jump the curb to get out of my apartment complex. So what I did was he was parked there for like 8 hours. So what I did was I wrote on a piece of paper, what the hell did I say? Your parked like an inconsiderate prick. I hope and I left a note on his car. So do I prefer a guy that says something? Absolutely. Would I prefer a guy that like fights? Not so much. But a guy that uses his words, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. This is the usual open to the show, Cap, and they want to know what you think of this. And I think you'll like Mr. Frank Rizzo. This is back in the 80s, and this was Men Were Men. Check this out, bud.
We wanted to know exactly what was going on up here, so last Monday we rented a van, covered up all the windows, and placed I-Team cameraman Greg Meyer inside that van with his video camera. At about 9:30 in the morning, we parked it right here, sitting just down the street from Mr. Rizzo's house. It should be noted that the van was parked on a public street in broad daylight. At no time did any of our people go on Mr. Rizzo's property. What you're looking at is what cameraman Meyer saw through the lens of the hidden I-Team camera that morning. Not much happened for about 3 hours. And then around noon, several police officers became suspicious of our vehicle. If you look closely, you can see some of them in the van's rear-view mirror. Now, in just a moment, we'll show you the unedited tape of exactly what happened when one of our I-Team members opened the truck door. But before we do, we want you to know that when the door was open, cameraman Meyer immediately handed over this official Philadelphia police press pass in order to clearly identify himself to everybody on the scene. And also remember, as you watch this, that Frank Rizzo is not a member of the Philadelphia Police Department, and this is supposed to be an official police matter. Here we go.
All right. Wait a minute. Let him identify himself. That's enough. What do you mean that's enough? We want to know who you are.
Who are you, sir?
We want to know who you are.
Some identification?
Identification.
Come on out.
You ever come out holding your hands up like that, you'll get in trouble. We want to know who you are and what you're doing up here. Who is he? I thought it was somebody up here to hurt somebody.
We want to know who you are. We're up here for security, you know? Would have been a lot easier to stop and tell us you're here. We don't know. He's saying you have a dog in here, right?
You're a bunch of...
We could have shot you or something. We don't know.
Hold on, take that thing out. Unhook it. Or I'll throw it out in the middle of the goddamn street. You turn that off. It's on. It's on. Well, it won't be on long. It won't be on long. It's still on. Let me tell you something. You know, I've been around a long time. And I just can't understand. It's all right. I'll pull another whack. Get out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with your TV set. It's just that Mr. Rizzo finally broke our equipment. Last Friday, I asked Police Commissioner Morton Solomon about this incident. And Mayor Rizzo, the former mayor of Philadelphia, after our cameraman had properly identified himself and the police officer at the scene read aloud Philadelphia press pass, Mayor Rizzo, holding the press pass in one hand, reached inside this truck, which we feel he had no right to do, sir, and ripped out the cables off of our recorder and damaged the camera and the cables and the recorder. You've never heard of this before? No one has informed you of this?
No, sir.
Well, that, in fact, is what happened. And 5 members of your department, sir, stood by and not only did nothing and took orders from the mayor, who was apparently in charge of this operation, but they were smiling and laughing at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I would like you to present these facts to our internal affair, and we'll be happy to investigate it and consult with the DA about the possible charges.
Yesterday, while openly videotaping on Krefeld Street, we ran into Mr. Rizzo and tried to ask him about his actions last Monday. Mayor Rizzo. Stan Borman from Channel 3 News. Could we,
How are you?
Fine, sir. How are you?
Good.
Could we talk with you for just a moment?
No, I'm busy.
You couldn't answer any of our questions?
I wouldn't talk to you under any condition.
Why is that, sir?
Forget it. Scram. Get out of here.
Sir, I understand that
look,
these...
Get away from me. Scram! I'm now a private citizen.
Yes,
you
sir.
Get away from me.
We're allowed to be on the street, sir.
I don't want to talk to you. Get away from me.
How do you feel about the security guards being taken off of you, sir?
Get away from me or I'm going to throw you out in the middle of the street.
Sir, one more question.
I'm telling you, get away from me.
You were the symbol of law and order in Philadelphia, sir, for many years. People looked up to you and respected you.
Look, creep, get out of here.
How could you justify your actions at our cameras last Monday in front of your house?
Get out. You're a creep.
We're a member of the media. We'd like to have an answer to our question.
You're a creep.
Why did you attack our cameras, sir?
Get it all. Don't miss any of it. You're a creep. Get away from me.
Would you answer the question?
You know, you hide behind that press card.
I'm not hiding behind anything, sir. I just wanted to get some answers.
I'll tell you what to do. There's a gang of yous here. There's enough of you here. By myself, I'll take yous physically.
Well, I'm not asking you to take me physically.
Well, get away from me.
Well, sir, I'm on the public street. I should be authorized to be here.
I'll break it over your head. I'll break it over your head. Get away from me, you crumb. That's a challenge, except I'll put my dog away, and I'll come back. And you got 1, 2, 3. And I'll do it along with you. In that back of that fence. Just the 3 of us, 4 of us, me and you. Show you what kind of a man you are. You're less than a man. Okay? You're a crumb creep. And I wouldn't take that off of nobody. And there's 3 of you, and I'm by myself. And when it's over, there'll be nothing to it. Win or lose, okay? But you don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum. Put that on camera.
You're a crumb bum.
You're a crumb bum, the 3 of you. And I challenge you. You're a coward. You're a yellow sneak. And if you want to, now what I say, let's forget all the rules of this great country we live in. I will go back to that wall with the three of yous. Just me.
Mayor Rizzo,
You're a Crumb Creek coward.
Me.
You can't take, you won't stand up to him.
I'm standing up. We're not here to fight. We're here to get some answers to some questions. That's all.
I want to fight you.
Why is that?
Because you're a Crumb Creek lush coward.
You don't even know me, Mayor.
You are a lush. I can tell by looking at you. I was a cop all my life, and I know a lush when I see one, and you're a lush. You're going to have a hell of a story on that one. Play every word of it, Crumb.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
How are you?
Cap, I'm sorry. It makes me fucking laugh every time. You're a crumb creep.
That's so funny. I'm gonna start saying that from now on. Holy shit! Was I muted the whole time? Did you mute me?
You gonna tell people they're crumb creeps?
Oh my god, that's great. Yeah, that's gonna be my new line.
Have you ever heard the term crumb before?
I've heard crusty.
Crusty. No, because you're a crumb creep, you're a coward, and then he calls him a lush.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
A lush is someone who's an alcoholic. He goes, I've been a cop all my life. I know a lush when I see one, and you're a lush.
Oh my god, I didn't know what the hell that meant. This
God,
Cap.
Cap.
He's got away with his words, and I'm gonna start using all of his terminology. I'm gonna start using all that slang. You're a crumb. You know what? Next time someone's blocking my driveway, instead of leaving them a note saying that you're an inconsiderate prick, I'm gonna just say you're an inconsiderate crumb.
Nice, nice. Cap, I love you. You are awesome. Hey, let's go. Let's do the rest of your questions because you're awesome. People are loving you here. Funeral director, I'm glad that you made me play that for her because she has the type of sense of humor that we got. She liked it. Michael Diana, I think those bats on her wall were alive when she's. Are you being a dick? I don't know. I'm not even thinking about it.
I mean, they could be alive.
Oh, all right. Well, here's a tough question, and I'm sure you've been asked this.
Yeah. Okay.
Great question, Casey. If she wasn't so beautiful, would all the doors be open in L.A.? I'll allow that. I think that's a good question.
I mean, the thing is, like, when I was working, I'm going to assume that the question is because I was working for Jake and whatnot, and I had those opportunities to speak to the people that I've spoken to. But, you know, like I'm not going to say that I'm like the most beautiful girl, you know, I grew up and I wasn't the best looking in high school. I was like bullied. I wasn't
hard to believe, my friend.
I swear to God, you know, people look at me and they're like, oh my God, you must have been like, you know, popular in high school. I swear to God, I wasn't. It's just as I got older, I started caring about my appearance, but you know, would the doors be open? I've worked hard to get to where I am. What was it? It was like, how long have I known you, Casey? Like 3 years? No, actually, no, way more than that, because I was working at your station, I want to say for like 2 years, right?
Yep.
So
you did an awesome job.
I mean, so I've known you for like over 5 years.
You came into your own as an interviewer, and you did real. In the beginning, you were green, but you became working with Kelly. You became awesome at what you did.
Absolutely.
You were really good at interviewing.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate.
Well, you know that.
But you know, like I worked hard to get to that. I wasn't. It's not like I just, you know, rolled out of bed and was like, I'm gonna start interviewing people on a radio show. You know, I've worked my fucking ass off to, you know, work on my craft, and it's not just like a thing that you can wake up and do, you know. So would the doors all be open? I mean, if I didn't put in the effort to mentally be at the level that I am at, no. Beauty wise, I mean, like, sure, like I'm good looking, but you know, I think at the end of the day, there's living in LA everybody's good looking. Everybody's got the fake tits. Everybody's got the hourglass, the big booty, the fat that's sucked out from their side and put in their ass, the fake tans. These girls are gorgeous here. Like, we're talking about my looks here, but like the people that live here, the girls are gorgeous. The guys are gorgeous. Everybody's competing for the same thing. Everybody wants their fame. Everybody wants their like 10 minutes of fame, So would the doors all be open? People have probably, been working to have similar situations and experiences that I have. But also I have to say that it's probably right place, right time. What if I didn't?
That's a lot of it too. Maybe the the gorgeous girl gets your foot in the door, but you can't be an idiot after that, and that's where you shine. I believe it's where at times maybe there are people that give good-looking people a chance, but once you bring your personality and the personality that I know that you're showing us. That's the difference. I think that's probably the difference out there.
Absolutely. I mean, I've met gorgeous girls here, but
they're probably, some of them are probably idiots.
Their personality, it's like I'm like talking to a wall. So like, you're beautiful, but do you have the brains? Do you have the mental capacity? Are you professional? A lot of people that I've met would fangirl over meeting certain people or interviewing certain people. Like you have to have all your ducks in a row. So it's not just one thing, maybe like the foot in the door, like you said, with being good looking, but you have to have all your ducks sitting in a row to get an opportunity like that.
Great. You put it perfectly. And, once you got in there, people know that, you're serious.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna, be inappropriate. You're there to do a job, and you own it. And that's what you did when you came in here. Even if it's a small, shitty station here, but that's what I knew about you when you came here. Of course, she's gorgeous, but she came in and, you worked with Kelly and became awesome at your job. So. I guess maybe that's it. Maybe if you can, any way to get you. Hey, some people get their foot in the door by knowing somebody. Maybe their sister was, related to somebody. But once you get in there, it's all you, and that's what you're showing us now, and that's probably why you're doing so well out there, and I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thanks, Casey. Thanks, Edward. That was a good question.
Yeah, good question. Good question, man. All right, let's go a couple more. We got Dom DeLuise.
Where is it?
Dom DeLuise goes, hey, Pauly Shore ever DM you?
Who's Pauly Shore? Should I know who Pauly Shore is?
Pauly Shore is.
Pauly D?
It was this guy on MTV. God. Oh, man, that's awesome that you don't know who he is.
Pauly Shore. Should I know who he is? Should I look him up?
Well, do you know what MTV is?
Do I know what MTV is?
I don't know, bud. I mean,
I was born in 93. Yeah, MTV was the shit. I remember MTV being music videos, not fucking Jersey Shore.
Yeah. Okay, Jersey Shore was on there and Pauly was on there.
Yeah.
It was. But those days were over. Good question, Dom. Richie Down 99. Does Cap know the Alaskan tranny story? She probably does. I probably told her about that. I don't know.
You want to elaborate?
Maybe next time we hang. If I haven't told you, or Autumn didn't tell you, the love of my life. I went up to Alaska because things weren't really good. This was like 10, 15 years ago, whatever. And things didn't work out, so it's a long story. Let's talk about it next time.
We'll leave it for next time.
But I ended up hanging out with a tranny. I didn't know she was a tranny. He was a tranny.
Well, then transvestite, transgender.
It was someone who dressed like a girl but had the male parts.
Transgender?
I'm dumb. I'm stupid. Ross's dog's broken spirit. This is a question for Jennifer Capriani. Have you ever been assaulted by a Tonight Show announcer or NYU graduate?
What the hell does that mean?
No.
A Tonight Show announcer? No.
I'm sure you haven't, right?
No, I don't think so. No.
All right.
No.
Well, thank you for your donation there, Ross.
Thank you, Ross.
Appreciate it. Funeral director has the question for you. Here we go. I should be reading these beforehand. You want to read this one, Kat?
Have you ever met a man with a slight stutter who bragged about running faster than a pro football player as well as beating up a cab driver? That sounds like something that I probably would have. Yeah, that sounds like a guy I probably would have met before. Yeah, you're right.
Cap, you're awesome. You got a great sense of humor. Funeral director got one more.
She may also like the clip of a man on the sofa. Oh God, what is this?
What's the man on the sofa? Oh, yeah. Yeah, she might like that. My friend Russ Maneve put this one out. I can't believe you remember that one, funeral director. Hey, Cap, we only got like one or two more, but I want you to see a 2-minute video of Sex in the Shitty.
Do you think about getting her back? Think about correcting where you went wrong in the relationship?
I do miss her. Looking back, I see where I could have gone wrong. Maybe I wasn't the best gift giver in the world.
I hope you like it.
Honey, oh my God,
You like it?
that's beautiful.
It's gonna look so good on you. I don't think those. I don't. Asshole.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't pick the best time to break up with her.
Oh, baby,
Yeah, baby.
oh, baby,
Oh yeah, baby.
oh, baby, I think we should see other pee.
What?
Still friends?
I don't think I'm insensitive. I tried to be a good listener. I really did.
I just don't think you pay enough attention to my needs and how I'm feeling.
What?
Are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Oh, baby, I was too focused on easing out a fart so you wouldn't hear it.
Oh, I'm out of here!
Where you go? Yeah, go ahead, go. Go. In a week, this place will be packed with chicks.
So you were very lonely.
I wouldn't say very lonely. I mean, things were a little slow.
What? Do you see how she thought that you didn't care?
I guess, but it's not like I didn't try to get her back. Why are women so hard to figure out?
Stay tuned for more Sex in the Shitty, only at dailycomedy.com, fresh every day.
You sound like you want to resolve things with her. You have to find a way to tell her that you care. Is there any way to get close with her again, to tell her how you feel?
Oh, I think I have a way.
Yeah, right.
What the hell is all this shit?
It's just a stupid video. So when you come in, oh wait, I got. Why am I repeating? Oh, I don't know. I think we're good now. So when you come in, because you're going to come back in December and you're going to come in live, you get to see that we got more of these videos. You got two people that have donated and want to ask you questions. So let's just do. We're almost done here, buddy, because you've been a great guest.
Yeah. You want to read that one?
Okay, Spectre says, tell her the orange color anal leak.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. But thank you. Thank you for your donation. Don DeLuise, 24 beers a day make John Melendez an alcoholic. I would say yes. I would say you drink 12, 24 beers, you might be an alcoholic.
Yeah,
And our last one, buddy. Here we go.
Ready to mingle.
Just who's this Troll Hunter goes? What Cap? What did Troll Hunter say?
Just tuned in. Is the sexy ladle single and ready to mingle? I am definitely single. Not really trying to mingle.
The lady's out there. She's doing deals. She's working her ass off.
Empire right now, I would like to say, building my own empire, but definitely single. That is for sure.
Cap, I love you. I think you're amazing.
It's been great.
You're gonna make a great addition to this show. Can't wait for you to come back here so people can see you live. But would you be down with doing like every Wednesday? Just like you did here.
Yeah, this would be awesome. I'm excited.
People like you.
Time. It's so crazy, like how this whole chat thing works. It's great interacting with everybody too. It's a good time, and I'm looking forward to coming back for the holidays in December and being live in the studio with you, Casey. This is gonna be great.
That's what I'm talking about. And then Leo Gunn is gonna end us tonight with Play Her the Farting Preacher. Next, Casey. Whee! All right, I'll do that. But guys, I want to. We'll go out on the Farting Preacher, but I want to thank my guest, Miss Capriana. She is an amazing person, amazing friend. I dug her from day one. She's terrific. You guys like her, so you'll see more of her. Cap, please tell us where people can get a hold of you or what you got going on, anything you want the audience to know. As my grandmother said, you have the floor, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys want to check out my Instagram, it's just my username. It's just my name, Capriana. So it's at CAPRIANA at Capriana on Instagram. It's great talking with all you guys today.
Cap, you're great. The huge reason that you're great, not only because of everything you're doing, is that you get this. You always had the sense of humor. You know it's silly. You know guys, how they behave. Mm-hmm. And you took this like a pro. And I knew you would. So I'm so happy that you came on. And can't wait to hear more about what's going on with you. And yeah. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Casey. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. All right, guys, we're going to leave you with the Farting Preacher. Thank you for everyone who donated on your super chats, and we really appreciate it. You'll see more of this lady.
Watch this. For I have seen all that I've seen what Laban's done unto his. Isn't that amazing? And my word will not return void, and it will go to that which it was sent. And it will prosper. But life and joy and the nature of God. Oh, hallelujah. And bread for eating will also provide and multiply. Oh, that's the opening of the windows of heaven. This is decreeing faith. Decreeing a thing, excuse me, and it shall be established unto thee, the force, the spiritual force of the spiritual power. He is preparing for you as we even speak. I smell heaven's bakery cooking up something good for you, sister. If God's got to send a bird, he'll send a bird. Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. And now listen to this. You go a little further. You get the one, God's for you. You get, he's with you. And then the last biggie, God's in you. Whew, man. You remember those heavens were shut up because the people, those heavens were shut up in faith, breaking through. And she proved God. God has something better than where you are right now. And their place in him as the, hallelujah. And God sent that man that day to open up those heavens. Shoo, hallelujah. Instead of letting our faith be dictated to by our heart and what God said. There it is again, so strong. Faith is the substance, the title to the deed of the substance of things hoped for. I just got another good one. Thank you, Jesus. 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 I'm very bold. I know that. Before the devil steals this thought out of you, while the inspiration, while the anointing is there. Thank you, Lord. Hello. You have to press in. You have to press on. You have to go on. Starting is great, Proverbs says, but finishing is better. Finish what you start. Huh. Got to learn how to stick your stick up. Amen.
I love you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for being cool. To my friend, she's really good. She's talented. She'll be around. Let's see. Oh, a couple more come in here. Oh, I got a bunch of sauce today. I'll tell you about that tomorrow. Hey, Dom. Dom, you were funny. Casey has a 9-incher. Catalina, think about it. You're Dom. Come on, man. Quit it. You're a jerk. Kylie goes, does she know that you're a dummy? Yes. She totally knows. That's where friendships start. She knows I'm a dummy, but she's my friend. All right, guys, you'll see more of her. I want to thank you so much. You guys were awesome. Good night, everybody. Be safe. Don't get sauce on your face and look like an asshole. And number 23, you got sauce coming out tomorrow.